You slept 8 hours last night. You woke up tired anyway. You eat well, you walk, you take every break the books recommend. And still, behind your eyes, something refuses to come back. Sleep cannot reach what you have been scattering for years. In a town near the Wei River, 3 autumns after she nearly broke, there was a young woman named Leon. She had been ill. She had slept for months. She had eaten quiet meals. Her body had come back. Her eyes had not. She worked again in the household of a master calligrapher named Yuan Bo. Each morning, she ground his ink. Each afternoon, she prepared his brushes. She did the work the way one does a job that has become invisible to its doer. Present in body, absent in everything else. One morning, Master Yuan stopped her hand. He had been watching her. "Sleep cannot reach where you are tired," he said. She tried to forget what he had said. She could not. The line followed her into the kitchen, into the courtyard, into the early hours when she was alone with the inkstone and a cold cup of tea. So she tried more sleep. 9 hours, 10. She took longer walks. She ate only what her grandmother prescribed for weakness. The body accepted everything she gave it. Behind her eyes, the flatness stayed. One evening, she watched a candle burn down and realized she had been staring at it for an hour without seeing it. What Master Yuan had touched was the principle the Daoist tradition calls Shen, spirit, but the translation only gives you the surface. A person carries 3 treasures: Jing, the essence, restored by food and by sleep; Qi, the vital energy, restored by breath and by movement; and Shen, the spirit, the awareness behind your eyes, the thing that makes a face look alive. Shen is fed by depth, by what happens when your attention lands somewhere fully, instead of scattering across 100 small places at once. Leon believed she now understood. She would rest her spirit. She would meditate. She would gather herself back. She tried for 2 weeks. It did not work. She sat in stillness, and her mind raced through every undone thing. She closed her eyes and felt more scattered, not less. She returned to Master Yuan and told him she had failed. He took the inkstone from her hand. "You are not tired because you are empty," he said. "You are empty because you have been leaking, every hour you are awake, for years." He began to grind the ink, slowly. The stick moved against the stone in long, deliberate circles. He did not speak. Leon watched. For the first time in years, her eyes followed something all the way to the end of its motion. The dark ribbon of ink curled in the water. The smell came up. Old wood. She had ground ink 10,000 times. She had never seen it. Something behind her eyes steadied. Months later, Leon still woke early. She still ground the ink. She still walked the same paths through the same courtyard. From the outside, nothing had changed. The change was only in her eyes. When she looked at the ink, she saw the ink. When she poured tea, she felt the weight of the pot. When someone spoke to her, she was where they were standing, not somewhere else. One morning, Master Yuan paused as he passed her at the stone. "Sleep cannot reach where you are tired," he said quietly, "but you have found what can. You are not broken. The tiredness that follows a full night of sleep is not a failure of rest. It is a sign that the part of you that needs to feel alive has gone too long without being touched. Spirit does not return when you rest. It returns when you arrive. What Leanne found at the inkstone, you can find today. 1. Pick one ordinary thing: a cup of tea, a cold door handle, the shape of your own hand. Look at it the way she looked at the ink. 2. Notice when your eyes go flat during the day. That is Shen leaking. Stop. Find one real thing in the room. 3. Before you sleep tonight, sit with something small for 1 whole minute. Not to fix it, not to use it, only to be there. Have you ever rested for a long time and still woken up tired? Tell me what you found waiting for you when you opened your eyes. Thank you for watching. Somewhere, ink was settling in a stone bowl, slowly. The way ink moves when no one is rushing it.